What's up guys, Fozzie here, the Real Tech Reviewer. I'm here to bring you a review of the Belkin Qode Ultimate Pro keyboard case for the iPad Air. Let's get stuck in.
Initial impressions are pretty good, with solid premium packaging. The box itself opens with a magnetic tab. This allows the device to be unboxed frustration free, but it also gives us a sneak peek at the device before purchasing it if we were checking this thing out for the first time in a store. When we lift the lid, we are greeted with the case itself covered by some clear plastic, and on the right you can see the charging cable. The artwork on the inside of the lid gives us a summary of the main features of this product. Inside the case we have a full product user guide, but also a single sheet which is enough to get you up and running for the first time setup if you're as impatient as I am. The case materials are great. The aluminium keyboard provides strength and rigidity, and the rubberized coating on the case portion feels nice and grippy in the hand. Inside the box you'll also find a micro USB cable for charging. Now would be a good time to mention that the case charges via micro USB. This is handy as micro USB is much more widely adopted than the mini USB cable I've seen other keyboard cases using instead. The two portions of the case are locked together with extremely strong magnets, and you'd struggle to believe that the device is made from two separate pieces. On the back of the case you'll find a nice understated Belkin logo stamped into the rubber, and this follows with the sleek look of the product. As we look around the case, we find adequately sized cutouts for access to the volume controls, power and wake, charging port and headphone jack. The location of the micro USB charging port could make it difficult for us to use an aftermarket charging cable, but fortunately one is provided anyway. I've tried a couple of pairs of headphones and I've had no issues with getting to the headphone jack. Separating the two pieces is as simple as pulling them apart, very handy for when you just want to access your iPad whilst keeping it protected by the case part. The underside of the keyboard portion is raised at the front by 2 feet, however since these are part of the aluminium casing, be careful of the whole thing slipping around on the desk. The keys are nicely spaced and they're also a nice matte texture. You won't find glossy, slippery keys here. Installing the iPad is easy, just place it in and clip all 4 corners. Done. The fit and finish is superb, a real cut above any case I've ever used. To attach the two pieces together, line the magnet strip on the keyboard up with the recess on the back of the iPad, and it all locks together nicely. Look how slim that is. Of course this thing adds some bulk to your iPad, but when you consider that you've gained a case, keyboard and multi-mode stand, I'd say it's worth the compromise. Typing on the device is great, and the adequate spacing means that the transition from a regular laptop keyboard isn't that difficult. The inclusion of Mac-specific keys allows us to use Command Space for spotlight search, and the function keys allow us to control various other aspects of the iPad, including locking the screen. Backlit keys are a great premium feature. The 3 brightness levels transition really nicely and give the appearance of a high quality device. A close-up look at the keyboard shows some of the function keys included, allowing us to control things like keyboard illumination, volume, play pause and track skipping, along with the task manager key, home, lock and also the ability to switch for use with a secondary device. My one complaint is that when using the device on anything other than a solid desk where the iPad is not in a fully upright position, the keyboard occasionally didn't register that the iPad was there and turned itself off. This could have been just my unit or maybe the way I was using it. This has never happened when using it on a hard surface such as a desk.
So in summary, I think it's a great device. I think the build quality is excellent, the actual fit and finish is excellent compared to a lot of the cases I've seen it does fit the device very well. It solidly fits together. They've used extremely strong magnets. They've used great materials. It feels great and grippy in the hand. It's nice and solid. It almost looks like a laptop, like a little netbook. It looks fantastic and professional. I love the materials. Anyone who actually has an iPad would appreciate the materials that they've used, and obviously that's the idea. As for the keyboard itself, it feels great. The key travel's excellent. The backlit keys are fantastic. The multiple brightness modes are great. And the ability to switch between different Bluetooth devices is excellent, because for mobile users who are on the go, they can just have their phone propped up somewhere nearby. You could respond to text messages, etc. It's a great keyboard, it's a great case. The fact that you can actually remove the keyboard and just use it as a nice lightweight case is excellent. Even just this part on its own is fantastic, and I've been using it like this for a few days now, and I really like the fit and finish and the quality of this case. One other thing actually I didn't mention was that because the speakers on the bottom of the iPad are partly covered, the idea here is that the sound from the device is deflected and redirected towards the user, so it sort of enhances the audio quality and definitely the volume. This is great for watching films and listening to music. So overall, I would highly recommend the case. Yeah, it's fantastic. Thanks for watching. If you've got this far, I'd just like to say thanks for watching my video. Feel free to leave a comment, a like and subscribe to this channel. There'll be plenty more of these types of reviews coming. I'd like to keep it honest and unbiased, so I try not to get too much into technical specs and try and talk to you about what the thing is actually like to use. That's what I'm going to focus this channel on, so if you want to see more of that, please subscribe, and if there's anything in particular you'd like me to review, leave a comment. Thanks for watching.